here. I am going to be doing a commentary on Nostalgia AVGN fans of Pokemon, the first movie review. So, here we go.
I don't want to review this movie. I really don't. There are just some things in this world you don't want to watch and you don't think you ever have to. But so many people have requested that I review it that I simply have no choice. I have to review Pokemon, the first movie. First of all, I should point out, I did not grow up with Pokemon as a kid.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You mean you didn't know the show? Then how could you have the right to review the movie? I mean, if you didn't grow up with the show and knowing what Pokemon was, then why do this review at all? I know that you got requested, but I don't think you could be able to satisfy your audience with results of a movie you've never seen before.
I was a junior in high school when this show came out, so I was well past the stage of watching children's cartoons. What I do know is that it was based on a Japanese video game that was turned into a card game that was turned into a TV show. And for those of you who don't know what it's about, I can't help you, because nobody knew what the hell it was about. I guess there's these three kids who collect monsters that kind of look like Beanie Babies, except they kill one another and they're being chased by these two gay people or some shit like that. Nobody could follow it. The only people who understood it at all were the kids.
Or people who have watched the show.
And they turned into a worldwide phenomenon. So naturally, a movie was in the works. And I have to tell you, I had a hard time finding this damn film. Not because it's rare or anything, but because there's like 1 million of them. How the hell am I supposed to know where to start?
Okay, I have to agree with him on the movie titles. Only a few of the movies actually made sense of what order they were in.
There's one called Pokemon Heroes. Is that the first movie? There's another called Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back. Is that the first movie? There's another one called Pokemon 2000. Well, what the hell does that mean? Is it the date it came out or is it the 2000 film? There's so damn many of them, I believe either one! Finally, I found it. A VHS copy of the first movie that is literally titled Pokemon the First Movie. I mean, how cocky do you have to be to literally call your first movie the first movie? It's like they knew they were going to have a bajillion sequels, so they decided to call it the first movie just to make it easy for us.
Pokemon the First Movie specifically states that it's the first movie. But when they were making Pokemon the first movie, they kind of already were having plans in making the next generation of Pokemon. I mean, if you just think about it, when they move on to Pokemon 2000, Lugia is technically a second-generation Pokemon, but when they made the movie, Lugia was the only second-generation Pokemon that showed up in the movie. So technically, that is kind of an abridge off from the first movie, still staying within the normal generation of Pokemon, but showing you a little sneak peek about what's coming up next. And it's also kind of based on the Orange Island series because, well, they introduce a whole bunch of other new Pokemon. That's basically what they're doing. So yes, they kind of were expecting to make better movies, because when they break out with another generation, you know the people were just going to start getting ballistic.
But not only that, there's also 1 million versions of this one film. There's the version that starts off with a short film, there's the version with a deleted opening, there's an English version, a Japanese version. I couldn't keep track. So I'm gonna just review what's on the original VHS American release. Now, the nice thing about a movie is that they usually give you a lot of background information so that any newcomers can follow along. They do this usually to broaden their audience a little bit. With that said, let's take a look at Japan's cinematic opus, Pokemon the First Movie. Oh, that's a good sign. Oh, that's even better. What, are they gonna show the people who catered the movie next?
Today my colleagues will reach the site where an ancient civilization may have created a shrine to Mew, the most powerful Pokemon to have ever existed.
Okay, what's a Pokemon?
Creatures that you catch, evolve, and play with in the game.
Giovanni is financing the expedition.
Who's Giovanni?
The Team Rocket leader.
All he wants is to control the most powerful Pokemon the world has ever known.
What are those things?
Butterfree. For those who haven't seen Pokemon, I probably recommend that you play the games first. And I'm talking like the first games, like then Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, and then eventually what the 5th generation's place is going to be, the issue. But seriously, that will help a lot with most of the movies. Don't watch the movies first, play the games first, or you get nothing. You won't understand anything that's going on.
I, of course, want something more.
Who are you?
The narrator/scientist, if you wait a little bit and let the guy talk.
Our team is bringing back what we believe to be a new fossil.
Where are we?
South America.
Perhaps then I can unlock the secret to restoring life itself.
What, you mean like bring people back from the dead and stuff?
Yes, quote, quote, to bring back people from the dead and stuff. You know, if you saw the little deleted scene thing that you were talking about, you didn't know which was which, the birth of Mewtwo, you might have had a little bit of background into that. I mean, honestly, the guy was originally trying to bring back his daughter.
What's that thing?
Wait and find out later, or basically Mew. It's foreshadowing.
Where am I?
Again, South America.
Is this Earth?
Yes, it's Earth. Where the heck do you think this is taking place?
Are we another dimension? Is this the past? The future? The present? What's going on? Where does this even take place?
No, it's not another dimension. Shut up and listen to the movie. If you didn't keep asking questions every 5 seconds, we might be able to make it to the title sequence. If there's a narrator, of course it's the past, but it's the present to us because we haven't seen the present yet.
Oh my god, I'm like 1 minute into this movie already, I'm totally lost! God, this is gonna suck!
The only reason you're 1 minute into this movie is because you won't stop bitching about it every 5 seconds. And it's not going to suck just because you bitch about it every 5 seconds. Just watch the movie and get some actual information on this.
I'm scared.
Me too.
Me 3.
Okay, so they never really tell us what a Pokemon is, but from what I can gather, they're kinda like little monsters that you capture and use for fighting. The way they capture them is that they throw some kind of magical ball that shrinks them down so that you can fit them in your pocket. Kinda like a pocket monster or something. In fact, they should have just called it Pocket Monsters. That at least would make a little bit more sense.
It is called Pocket Monsters, but it's called Pokemon in the U.S. It shortened it. Pocket as in Pokey, and Mon as in monsters.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It actually translates out to Pocket Monster? Why did you just call it Pocket Monster then? I know what a Pocket Monster is. It's a monster that fits in your pocket.
They shortened it.
Easy! Why don't you keep Pokemon? That's ridiculous! Nobody knows what a Pokemon is! It sounds like something a Jamaican shouts out when he wants to play cards. Hey, would you like to play some Pokemon?
Everyone knows what a Pokemon is. Okay, sorry for those who don't know, but seriously, I can't go to school and talk about Pokemon without nobody not knowing what it is.
So the story is about the clone of the most powerful Pokemon in the world called Mew. The clone's name? Mewtwo.
Mew and Mewtwo.
So Mewtwo was cloned from Mew.
What is this, a Dr. Seuss book? He's upset because apparently he doesn't like being a clone. So he blows up the laboratory with all the innocent scientists burning alive inside. You know, for kids! Later on, another man tries to take him under his wing to teach him how to focus his powers. But that doesn't go over well either. After his little temper tantrums, he decides to set out and destroy all of humanity and Pokemonity alike. Why? Because the world is dark, cruel, meaningless, and can't conjure up better writers to create a better backstory.
That's progress.
Meanwhile, on the other side of wherever this all takes place, we come across our 3 main characters, Misty, Brock, and Ash, a Pokemon trainer, who I think would be a lot cooler if he was more like the Ash from the Evil Dead movies.
Swallow this.
Now, I've heard a lot of people complain how these 3 characters have absolutely no personality, but I think they have plenty of personality. For example, Brock has the personality of mud, Misty has the personality of motor oil, and even Ash has the distinct personality of sandpaper. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't that a little extreme? I mean, even sandpaper can be interesting sometimes.
Guess you're right.
These 3 kids set out to collect as many Pokemon as possible, because I guess somebody has to. They're followed by the evil trio known as Team Rocket, who want to steal Ash's Pokemon and use them for their own evil deeds. The humans' names are Jesse and James. Oh, I get it, like Jesse James, the famous outlaw. Yeah, that's really not funny. And there's also Meowth, a Pokemon who for some reason can speak English, unlike the other Pokemons who can say only their names over and over and over. Which sounds pretty annoying at first, but after you hear dialogue like this,
She's really small, but really pretty.
you'll be praying for one-word sentences.